Welcome to the first episode of season 2, everybody. I know, it's been a while. Okay, don't yell at me. A few of you have. It's okay. You're like, when are the episodes going to be posted, Alexandra? I've been waiting. You've been talking about it. Sorry, that was my computer. I have my thoughts. I can't even talk. My notes in front of me. So you weren't meant to hear my little email go off, but welcome. There's going to be episodes almost every week, so get ready. I'm excited. This season is going to literally be all about taking your power back and remembering who you are. And we're going to talk a lot about manifesting, a lot about feminine energy, a lot about, attracting your dream life and how to do that, and a lot of spiritual things. And I'm just so excited, okay? I'm so excited. So this episode, I thought I would do like a little intro and mind shift with you about how your thoughts literally create your future and your reality, okay? Because I'm sure you guys have heard about the law of attraction all the time on social media, but what truly is it? And what do people mean when they say your thoughts create your reality? And the reason why I feel like this is so important is because it is the foundation to your feminine energy. It is your foundation to getting everything that you desire in life. You will literally stay stagnant if you don't fully grasp that you have the power to control your life and your reality. Okay? I know that sounds trippy, but it's really, really true. I always talk about how energy is everything, and it truly is. It truly is. I first want to talk about where the law of attraction came about. How did it come about? And so I've always known from my spirit guides that energy is everything, that our thoughts create our reality, that, things manifest if we focus on it so much, positive or negative. But when the Law of Attraction book came into my life, it was so transformative because, guys, this book was literally written by spirit guides. And it's just validation to everything that I've always felt about the world. I've always looked at the world so differently than other people. And, I've always, been told by other people that you have to work super hard and stress yourself out to get money, or you have to be this certain way to get that person to love you forever, whatever it is. But no, you really don't. It's all about your energy and what you're aligning with. It truly is that simple. I mean, it sounds simple, but is it? Because if you've lived your life a certain way up until now and didn't know that your thoughts shape your reality, then it's going to be hard, but I'm going to help you transition, okay? So everything that you want, love, success, money, whatever it is, it's literally all about the energy that you put out. So number one, I really want you to think about the past month, okay? What have you been thinking about every single day? What's a thought that you've been really fixated on? This could be you feeling fat, you feeling like you're not enough for someone. Maybe you've been fixating on someone not being in your life and you being super sad about it. Maybe you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck and you literally every day wake up and you say you don't love your job, or that you're just stuck and stagnant. Think about it for a second. I really want you to think about it. Okay? You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Have you had more negative thoughts about that part of your life than positive the last month? Chances are you have. And has anything positive changed about those aspects of your life? No. Because your frequency has been so focused on the negative that is what's reflecting. You attract what you focus on most. Okay? That's how it works. Good or bad. And it's okay to have negative thoughts. It's literally physically impossible to not have a negative thought. I read this book called Let That Shit Go. And did you know we have 70,000 thoughts a day? 70,000 thoughts a day. But us as humans, we tend to fixate on the negative. I don't know why. But what you can do when manifesting, so for example, let me just clarify. Just because you have a negative thought doesn't mean it's going to manifest, okay? It's whatever you put the most attention to. So picture it like a balloon, like air filling into a balloon. Every time you have a thought, good or bad, it fills that balloon up, okay? Gets to a point where you put so much air into it with so many of those negative thoughts or positive thoughts that eventually it pops. And that pop is that manifestation, okay? Think about it like that, and it's going to literally shift how you view things. So have that negative thought, but try to shift it to what you want most. So have the negative thought and be like, okay, I recognize that negative thought, and now I'm going to shift it to what I actually want. So negative thoughts don't need to control you. They don't need to manifest. You can absolutely not have a negative thought manifest. It's how you respond to them that makes such a huge difference. So redirect your focus. When a negative thought comes up, replace them with a positive one. Kind of weigh it out. So like, you have the negative thought, we'll have 3 positive thoughts on top of that. Shift it. Replace your fear-based thinking with positive, empowered thoughts. Okay, so this is like the beginning of manifesting. So, throughout your month, I really want you to practice this. Or throughout your week this week, really, really practice this because, the first week's probably going to be difficult, redirecting your focus, but eventually you'll start to get the hang of it. The positive thoughts will start swirling in. It will be like second nature to you. You'll start to notice that your world starts to shift. Things will start to flow for you. Because when you change your thoughts and your energy, your external reality shifts. I also want to talk about how manifestation is more than just your thoughts. So, for example, your external circumstances mirrors your internal belief. So this could manifest in the people you attract. That's my email again. The people that you attract. Maybe you're tired of attracting the same kind of partner or the same behavior from someone, okay? It's because the frequency that you're at is what you're attracting. That's why I always say embody your feminine energy. When you're in a receiving state and you truly feel good about yourself, it is truly reflected. It's like a magnet for the positive things that want to come in. So be mindful of what you allow into your energy. This can mean a lot of things, okay? But be so mindful of what and who you allow in to your energy. I also want to give an example of like a fear-based manifestation. For example, if you are in a constant state of fearing someone's gonna leave you, like constantly, like every day you live your life, you're like, I need to do this, this, and this so this person doesn't leave me. And you keep saying, oh, I don't want this person to leave me. Whatever, you are putting so much power in that. You are literally putting so much power into that. And guess what? The universe will reflect that back to you, and that person will leave you because you're giving off that energy. When you focus on your fears, you just attract more of them. That's why anxiety can be just like our worst enemy, right? But if you recognize that your anxiety is just that, and you shift your focus, you can cancel it out. And the key to manifesting is almost like embodying that energy too, right? So for example, if you don't feel worthy of love, then chances are that's going to be reflected to you. You're going to attract people that don't make you feel worthy of love. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're not worthy of love because you are, but you're going to attract that, okay? You have to align with the energy you want to receive. So that's why I always say self-love is so important because when you love yourself, everything will come to you. I'm not kidding. It's that simple. Something that I also want to talk about is I'm going through all my bullet points because there's so much to talk about and I don't want to like keep you for too long, but there's so much I want to talk about. We can kind of talk about this even more in other episodes, but something that I get every day is, Alexandra, how do I get my manifestations to like come to me right away? Or I'll do a tarot reading for someone and they're like, okay, but like the time frame though, like what is the time frame? Is it going to be like right away? And what I always say is that our futures are dependent on our decisions, our vibrations, and our energies. Okay, I've always said that. So when I give you a time frame in your reading, let it go. and truly believe that that's going to be the time frame. Okay? If you want to manifest something quickly, you have to give what you want more attention and detach from the outcome. And we'll talk about the law of detachment in a whole other episode. That will probably be next episode. What are words? I can't even talk. I know a lot of you guys have asked me how to detach, and we'll get into that, but this is part of it. Switching your mindset. Okay? This is the beginning of detachment. This is the beginning of attracting things to you. And unfortunately, you have to detach from the outcome because you simply believe that that is the outcome. Does that make sense? So by focusing on what you truly want and practicing detachment and really trusting yourself and trusting in, that time frame, and trusting in, that your positive thoughts are going to make things come quicker to you, you allow the universe to work in your favor. So like a real life example to this is, like you guys know, I have an old car named Henry. You guys know Henry's like very well known on my social media. We always talk about Henry on my live streams, but I have this really old car. It was my grandfather's and it was given to me when he passed away. And Henry's got some issues. Okay, I don't even want to speak that because I'm speaking it into the universe, right? But let's be real, just for a second, okay? I used to worry about something happening to Henry, like, all the time. I would be like, okay, let's see if Henry starts today. Or, I wonder, sometimes I'll even have a thought like, Henry has a flat tire, and I'll go outside and there's a flat tire, and it's like, oh my God, like, did I just manifest that? But it's because for so long I focused on always worrying that my car was going to have something wrong with it, and then things always just ended up being wrong with it. And one day I was like, you know what? I'm grateful for my car. It takes me places, and this car is gonna last me until I get my dream car. And you know what? Henry may be old, but he works. Why am I worried about something that hasn't even happened yet? I started noticing that it was manifesting. It was crazy because of my past money worries and my past with old cars. All of that flows in. Your past experiences just tend to flood in and cloud your reality, but it's okay to have that, but don't fixate on it too much because it will manifest. And Henry is an example of that. And ever since I started giving gratitude for my car and really appreciating my car and not being worried every time I drive it or worried every time I start the car, everything's been completely fine. I literally, when I went to go travel to see my boyfriend in the winter, I had to leave my car in a parking garage for a week. And I remember being like, oh my God, is Henry gonna start? And I was calling my mom up. I was calling my boyfriend. I was telling people, I was like, oh my God, is Henry gonna start? And then during the trip, I said to myself, every single day, Henry is going to start. I'm going to get home safely. It's going to work way better than it ever has. And I remember getting to my car that night. It was late at night. It was midnight. And I started my car. And my car started so good. I felt like I was flying on the highway. I felt like my spirit guides were just gliding Henry and me home. It was just, that's just an experience of it. Honestly, it's just an experience. It's just an example of how your thoughts are so powerful. Okay, I gave more attention to my car working than I did it not starting. So that's just kind of a small example. Shifting your mindset can really make a huge difference in how things unfold. Also, I want to talk about living in the moment because I feel like a lot of us like to go into the past, right? We fixate on the past and what has happened to us or what we could have done differently and all of these things. And that is actually keeping you stagnant. It's okay to reflect on your past and, learn from it. You can't go back, but what you can do is go forward. Something about the law of attraction is that if you focus on what is in the past too much, it will literally keep you stagnant. Stop dwelling on the past. Listen to me right now. Stop dwelling on it. It's okay to reflect on it, but stop dwelling on it and learn from it and be grateful for those experiences, but don't let them shape that. Like, for example, if you got back together with someone and they betrayed you or left you in the past, don't live your life carrying that betrayal and that fear. Focusing on what you want right now will manifest in your future. It will make them move forward. I want to give another example. So, something I always see in like the tarot readings I do, or, just on live streams we talk about this, is like self-image and like wanting your dream body. So, for example, dwelling on the past and, the circumstances in the now is holding you back. So, for example, if you feel fat every day, or you're constantly fixated on, you not fitting into your clothes, you feeling bad about yourself, etc., it's going to keep you stagnant. As soon as you start being like, my body is beautiful, I'm grateful for the body that I have right now, I already have my dream body, you will start to align yourself with that. Start being kinder to yourself and your body, and you'll slowly start believing it, and it will start to manifest. I still struggle with this, like, as a woman. I know a lot of us do, just in general. We struggle with confidence, but we must be grateful for what we have right now, okay? And not fixate on the negative about our bodies, because if we do that, we're just staying stagnant. We're not doing anything about it. I'm sure that we've all kind of had like this weight loss goal, right? And, one day you just give up because you're like, you know what? I'm just going to be like this forever. And you are. And you stay stagnant, and every day you feel bad about yourself. And that is why your thoughts are so powerful. Start switching it to be like, I love my body. My body brings me through life. I'm going to nourish it. Start treating your body as the temple it is. Start treating your body with respect and love and gratitude. And that will be reflected back to you. Watch all the pounds fly off. I am not even kidding. You probably think I'm crazy, but guys, I am telling you, it works. Focus on feeling good about yourself so that you can attract the things that you want and the changes that you want. I just want to emphasize too, you do not have to be perfect at this. It's okay to have a day where you just feel completely bad about yourself. It's all about what you put your most energy into. So have a bad day, but then the next day, have a better day. And the next day, have an even better day. And the next day, have an even better day, because you don't want your negative thoughts to manifest, okay? It will keep you stagnant. And you don't want that. You don't want your negative thoughts to decide your reality, because it's just not. If you have this amazing power to literally create your own reality, why would you focus on the negative? If you truly, truly believe that you can shape your reality, think about it. Would you be focusing on more of what you want or more about what you don't want? And it's crazy that a lot of us focus more on what we don't want. So hopefully this helps you. As you guys know, I've been doing different kinds of videos on TikTok, and something that I've been incorporating into my videos is manifesting tips. And you guys are literally obsessed with the meditations and the manifesting videos, and all of those are truly for you to do kind of energetic practices every day. Check out my TikTok videos. I also post them on Instagram and YouTube, but those are really, really good to help switch your mindset. So if you ever have like a day where you feel thrown off, or you don't know where to start, or you're having a bad day, do one of those manifesting videos. Do one of my meditation videos that I have here on Spotify. Keep practicing these shifts and share your feedback as well. I want to know how those videos are helping you guys. I've been getting a lot of amazing feedback on them, and it's because it's helping you shift your mindset into a more positive, aligned one. So I'm going to continue to post those because you guys really, really love it. Stay tuned for that. To conclude this, really practice this week and the rest of the month, honestly, forever if you can, on shifting your mindset, okay? Practice this and stay tuned for more episodes that dive even deeper into topics like this. Again, this is just like setting the foundation to everything I want to chat about, but I just feel like it's important. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys on the next episode, and I hope you have a wonderful, bright day ahead.